Yes, welcome back. And now we're ready to hit the ground running. And we're starting with our focus on the political scene. It's been a very, very, very hectic, manic, busy week of political aspirants all across the country. Running around trying to get their tickets for their political party to be called that one who is the flag bearer for their political party. PDP, APC, and other political parties have been extremely busy during the course of this week. We must acknowledge the fact that one of the biggest news of the week was the nomination and eventual emergence of Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired former head of state, who has emerged as the candidate of the opposition party, All Progressives Congress. So he won. He was able to poll 3,430 votes out of what was said to be just about 7,000 delegates. A very interesting one, especially in view of the fact that no one saw the Kano State governor emerging as second, because the thought was that the former vice president, Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, would emerge as second, if not the first. But somehow,
the figures are close.
They're quite close, but he did poll just a bit more than Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Well, to have the conversation with us about all of these issues, all the things that has happened during the course of this week, we have the two key political parties being represented here during the course of this conversation. I'll start with Senator Ogunlewe, who's a former Minister of Works and PDP stalwart nationally. Good morning and welcome. Great to have you here.
Good morning.
I haven't had you here on Sunrise on Saturday. I see you during the week. Yes, but it's great to have you here. You'll have a good time. And then on the right-hand side, the P.R.O. of APC in Lagos State, Mr. Joe Igbokwe. It's great to have you here again. You've been here before. We're expecting one more guest at some point who is a legal practitioner. We hope that he will be able to join us at some point during the course of this program. Well, I would want to start with Mr. Igbokwe. How is it for you this week? Is this what you expected, that Major General Buhari would emerge as the candidate of the party, or was there a personal expectation that it just might be Alhaji Abubakar Atiku?
Or any of the other aspirants?
Well, we knew that front runners will be the two of them. It would be an upset if any of the other three had emerged.
Well, we personally, I felt it should be GMB.
Okay.
GMB because of the state of the nation, where we are now. We are looking for somebody that will clear the audience table, someone who is going to redirect the nation, somebody who's going to build, somebody who's going to heal the wounds that have been inflicted on this nation in the past 16 years of PDP. In 1993, we elected Abiola and Babagana Kingiwe. Both of them were Muslims. We never cared. We never bothered. But we cannot do it now. Are we moving forward or are we going back? As I speak to you, the nation, part of this nation is being annexed by a ragtag army called Boko Haram. And we thought it was an attempt to stop the president from running for third term, whether it's second term or third term. We thought it was that until the thing got out of hand. And as I speak to you, we still have almost 300 of our girls in captivity. I mean, we cannot just continue like this. We need somebody that understands the system, somebody that has been there before, somebody that has been tested and therefore can be trusted. So I looked at the contestants and I said, If I have my way, I should have the MD. And we've been writing, but I'm a writer. So we try to position him, you know, so that we won't make that mistake. If it was the issue of money, he wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been there if it's issue of money. He wouldn't have been there. People came out believing that this is the time to address, you know, frontally the problem facing this nation.
Okay.
And having done it before, we felt that he's the one.
All right,
Exactly what we got him.
Okay, just as you're saying what you're saying, I would like to ask our distinguished senator and former minister of works. In the newspapers, there was this statement that PDP derisively, because somebody misread it and said decisively, but actually it was stated that PDP derisively welcomed General Muhammadu Buhari to the race. Will that be a thought that runs across the PDP?
Personally, I want to congratulate General Buhari for his victory. Well deserved. There is no doubt at all that it's a person everybody will be proud of. As a Nigerian, what he has done for this country and what he can still do. So don't let us take that one away from him.
Okay, that's
His
good to hear.
personality is very, you know, respectful, and I like to admire him. I admire him a lot. But when we're talking about political field now, I'm not going to do the own campaigning. Let the contestants talk about themselves when the time comes. But that doesn't take it away from General Buhari as an excellent person.
Okay, so, but personally then, would you say that this is the strongest candidate that you...
No doubt at all. No doubt at all.
So
no doubt
how
at
much
all.
of a fight do you envisage this will be between President Goodluck Jonathan and General Muhammadu Buhari?
No, it's not going to be a fight. It's going to be facts. You know, what can I do? What have I done before? How do I do things differently now? And it will be left for the electorate to judge. It's going to be a very, very keenly contested election. One of the most keenly contested ever in this country. There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
But the issues that will be placed on the table, I don't know. It depends on the two of them. Or the advisors, the people that are going to prepare their programs, tell them what to say, how to say it, so that people can listen and choose.
Let's look at the process that brought in the two candidates. You look at the All Progressive Congress, you see that there were several candidates, aspirants to that position, and then you look at the PDP and you see that it was just about the president. So what would you say about the democratic process?
There are different things. First offer of refusal is normal all over the world for a presidential system. It's only when he refuses that you now offer it to another person. Even if you compete with him, it is normal that you will win.
But we heard at the beginning of all of this that it was just only one form and it was for the president.
To offer and refuse. That is what obtains all over the world. There is less competition for a sitting governor or a sitting president. Unlike if it is open.
I am really delighted you mentioned sitting governor, because quite a few of the sitting governors are a bit disgruntled that they don't have
the sitting governor. How is that possible?
But PDP did not make it clear that the governors will have automatic ticket like the president.
It is assumed. What about Fashola who competed with him at the second time? It is normal. Don't let, we are politicians. He has the power. He has the resources. He has the structure. He has something to give out. But so if you are competing with him, you are going to lose.
Okay, why don't you allow that process to happen?
No,
those who want it to be.
No, it's a distraction. You cannot compete with a sitting governor. What do you have to compete with him? Do you have delegates? Even for the presidential primaries, it's the governor that will bring the delegates.
Okay, yeah. Will that be your thought? Because I know some people in the opposition were saying it's a sign that PDP is losing it and they're not following what is supposed to be the convention in terms of allowing everybody to have an open opportunity to either contest or not contest.
Well, I understand where Chief is going, because of the resources, because of not even because of performance, because I thought what should be the standard for that office to be performance. Having been there for almost 6 years, I thought the PDP would say, well, let's see if we can, given the problems that we're having, here and there, corruption, impunity, all kinds of, vices, ravaging the nation, that it was okay, let's just see if we can get, knowing that a strong person is coming, that, like Chief has acknowledged, and, I give it to him. It's good for people to speak the truth, that Buhari is not a candidate that will just dismiss with a wave of hand. So I had thought that they would have projected and said, well, if we allow President Jonathan to continue, will he match GMB? Will he match GMB? All things considered. They would have been it open to give a semblance of democracy,